An aspect of Elseworld stories that kind of fascinates me is this metaphysical idea of treating the universe like a living organism, where every piece of the status quo we know, from the goals of the characters to the order of its politics, has an organized role like cells, and upon deviating it, the universe would create highly improbable coincidences in order to try and repair itself, like blood coagulating to repair a wound. There has to be a Superman, even if it's Cyborg. There has to be a Batman, even if it isn't Bruce. The old DC animated movie universe quite literally played into this, where John Constantine was punished for harming the consciousness of the universe by rebooting it a second time. But what about the first? Flashpoint Paradox is an adaptation of the comic by John Jeffs, which was then hijacked into leading the New 52. Ironically, this film did sort of the same thing for the anime movies. It jump-started a whole new continuity, both of which then had to find ways to undo loads of the haphazard decisions made and stuff. It is a bleak and vicious tale where Barry's attempt to save his mum causes a time boom that ripples across time and space and changes other things. Bruce died, Kal-El never reached a Kent. Arthur and Diana make contact, but their affair and falling out leads to global war. It's very edgy, clearly, but the thing I found the most beautiful outside of Superman's tiny head is the genuine sense of well-composed hopelessness. In the beginning, the League arrives to help Flash, and they split up to safely take care of some bombs with their own solutions. And there's a real genuine sense of ease that just feels disarmingly simple and right. So when we enter the Flashpoint universe, it's like, Diana gruesomely kills Steve Trevor and Billy Batson, Aquaman massacres Lex's crew, Hal dying on a suicide run, Bruce is gone, Clark turned into a lab rat too scared to act with his powers. There's a real provocative feeling of longingness for a world that's clearly working improperly, that's missing important pieces, therefore it feels like it's dying, and the only medicine is hope.
War's over, soldier. You just don't know it yet. Everybody lost.
As it's the lack of hope which has turned superheroes into just wrathful gods that we're all powerless to. It's a lack of hope that has made people too afraid to act, and therefore, as the situation becomes more and more desperate, any response becomes too late. This mood and vibe is then leveraged into the story's broader central theme. On a character level, Barry's story is quite simple. In fact, they spell it out right in the beginning.
Accept the things you cannot change, have the courage to change the things you can, and have the wisdom to know the difference.
I don't totally get that.
Hardwired into Barry Allen's brain hole is a slight naivety in believing things will always conform to a hopeful place, and people are all entitled to the kindness of others.
Stop! You're supposed to stop for people who need help!
But he also has an inability to accept his own powerlessness when bad and unfair things do happen, which is made worse by the death of his mother. A trauma which has condemned him with the lifelong assumption that he always could have stopped it if only he was faster.
But no matter how fast you run, you can't save everyone.
If I just ran a little faster, I'd have been there.
Barry, you were just a boy. There was nothing you could have done.
Not the ones that matter to you.
Thorne, during his shtick, then provokes Barry into actually running so fast that he does change it. As a result, Barry's arc is finally about learning the lesson his mom tried teaching him, by forcing him to live in a world that is totally oppositional to the one that he believes in.
No!
My memories are changing, realigning with this new history Thorne's created. Soon I'll forget my timeline and everyone in it. My wife, your son. We're getting that world back.
So not only does he learn to accept her death and his lack of agency in it, but to put on display through the universe how selfish it can be to think that he has the right to change the direction of the universe for himself.
I just wanted to save her.
Her hero. How noble. Oh wait, you didn't stop JFK from getting assassinated, or make sure Hitler stayed in art school. You saved your mommy. You missed her. And in a supreme act of selfishness, shattered history like a rank amateur. Turned the world into a living hell moments away from destruction. And I'm the villain?
Barry tried to repair everything. He tries to bring hope from a healthy world to this dying one. He brings it to Thomas Wayne when it comes to the opportunity to save his son, creates a situation where Cyborg can teach it to Kal-El, and even inspires others with hope for a final stand. but it doesn't work. The only answer is a reset, to restore everything to its rightful place. Early in the film, when Barry's mom told him it's a waste of energy to try and change people,
Forget about them. You can't change other people. It's just a waste of energy.
this was the other major theme. The direction of the world exists independently from Barry's agency, not just on a personal level with the death of his mother, but also on a metaphysical level. The universe does not conform to the entitlement of a single individual because everyone is a member of a very careful, delicate system where hope is produced by all the little odds Barry accidentally affected, where gods and monsters become superheroes and orphans fight for the memories of their parents. Hope is what defines the existence of this universe and its people. As a result, it's in restoring the universe. In return, it rewards Barry with more memories of life with his mom.
I remember every birthday cake my mother ever baked me. My room. Everything. Perhaps some kind of temporal after effect?
Or perhaps it was a gift.
The universe is a living thing. The wonders within exist for all of us.
It's glorious. It is. I can see everything. I understand now. It's... Wait.
Don't answer the phone, spending the days on my own, then repeats this for weeks to come. I don't care what I miss, 'cause my life is dismissed. I keep searching for my bliss. It took days to finally start writing songs, but now it's begun.
So yeah, that was the Flashpoint video. This should have come out yesterday, but I had to rewrite the entire... Oh, that's my soup making sound. That wasn't me farting. I had to rewrite the entire last paragraph, so that sucked. Anyways, special thanks to everyone on Patreon. Bye-bye.
Looks like you're the bottom, and I'm the top.
I've waited long enough.
Is this happening?